Hello, my beautiful friends. Samhain is here tomorrow. So I wanted to give you 5 things that you can do to get ready, things that you can do tomorrow for the day. And I've done this before, but this is just an easier video with 5 things broken down pretty easily. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Beth, and I'm a Celtic spiritualist, and I'm a Christian who sort of honors Druidry and a little bit of everything, really. I'm all denominational. That's what I am. Anyway, welcome. And so Samhain is the Celtic New Year, so we're celebrating the Celtic New Year. And there are so many videos out there that are fabulous about Samhain and what you can do to honor Samhain, depending on your practice, depending on your belief system. And so I don't want to duplicate that here. This is sort of just my 5 things that I'm going to do. So number 1, we want to set intentional space, right? So we want to take a minute to think about what it is we want to get out of Samhain, what we want to do to honor our ancestors and to honor the new year, the end of a season, the start of the slow season, sort of that last harvest. And it's not a time really for creating new things. It's a time for getting rid of things that no longer serve you. So the first thing to do is meditate or journal, or have quiet time with reflective music to think about setting your space and what you want out of Samhain. So that's number 1. Number 2 is maybe create an altar or a space where you honor your relatives. So I had found this thing which used to hang on my mother's wall. It's probably upside down. It's full of pictures, right? And I thought, well, maybe I would take some of the pictures off because like my grandmother's on there. But then I didn't want to take it apart because my mom's hands were on those pieces of tape, and I didn't want to take it apart. So I took pictures with my phone, and I'm going to print them out that way, so that I can put those on my space where I remember my ancestors. So it can be tokens, it can be pictures, it can be letters or words, and really your altar or your remembrance space, that's entirely your intention. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can have candles, you can not have candles, you can have crystals, you can not have crystals, you can have little pictures or tokens or words or things that you write, whatever it is that brings meaning to you, and that when you look at that space on Samhain and in the Samhain season, you say, I am honoring my ancestors this way. So take time to prepare that space and, turn off all other distractions, your phone. Maybe you want to take a picture of it at the end so you remember it, but it is your space, and for you to remember your ancestors and your loved ones who have crossed to the other side. The third thing is maybe have a dumb supper or a harvest supper. We do a sort of a modified dumb supper. So a dumb supper itself is a quiet event where you have a plate set for your ancestors and you're quiet to allow them space and time to come in and talk to you. My ancestors were probably very chatty. All of my recent past are very chatty. So we tell stories about all the people who have passed, and I have a bowl with all their names in it, and we pick we pick out a name and we talk about a funny story. We often do that around a fire as well, but we have a burn ban going on here in northeastern Pennsylvania, so we're going to combine that this year and do it at this the Samhain supper. And it's a time of reflection and thinking about the people who have passed, but we want to remember them with good memories, right? With light and love, and just remembering the terrific humans that they were when they were on this earth. And then, and sort of keep their memory alive that way, right? So my mother passed when my boys were young, so when they hear me tell stories about her, that keeps her alive to them. So we do that. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is my friend Pat calls it burning your shit, but that's not its technical term. But really writing down, and you can do it a number of different ways. You can write out situations that you just want to get rid of, right? Things that you want to get rid of. You can write that on a piece of paper, the whole thing, get the whole thing out on paper, burn that. I tend to take strips of paper and write down 1 or 2 words that jog my memory about whatever it is I'm trying to release. And then I think about it when I throw it in the fire. Again, we have a burn ban, so I can't do it in the fire pit, but I have some cauldrons here. You can do it in a pot, over the stove or whatever, but you can really, you might have released some things already, right? Like I tend not to hold on to things, but it's a final goodbye, a final kick in the pants of that stuff, that energy you want to get out of your life. And it can be situations that have happened, things that have happened at work or between family members, things that irritate you, things that are just weighing you down. Sometimes you've let go of people over the course of the year. Sometimes people disappoint you and you had to walk away, or they walked away from you or whatever. And it's just a final way of saying goodbye and letting it go. And then you want to spend time outside honoring the other world, right? So I put apples out for the fairies. And I take an incense stick and I smoke all of the doorways and cleanse the space of the house and ask all the good energy to stay and all the negative energy to leave. And I just sort of bless the entire house and space and everybody in it and ask for the good energy to walk us into the new year. And it is a fire festival, so usually there's more things that I do with fire. I like lighting lots of candles and things like that, just to create the environment and the thought of that, that very reverent space that we want to remember our ancestors in. So those are the things that I do for Samhain. Our dinner is always harvest food, so we carve a pumpkin and we bake root vegetables and then we serve it in the pumpkin, and then we have chicken or turkey, because those are the things I can eat. And soul cakes. I'll make soul cakes and bread tomorrow, and then we'll have those, and that's pretty much it. That's what we do for Samhain, and it's a beautiful time of year, a beautiful time of blessing and remembrance, and thinking about those that we love as we enter the new year. So I am wishing all of you all the best in I'm wishing you all the best in light and love, and I'm wishing you a happy Celtic New Year. Be well. Take care. Blessed Samhain. Bye-bye.